right, welcome. So, thought I'd do another battle royale against the Sensei. My last game that I posted, I got my ass handed to me. So, I thought I'd try my luck again. And I think in the last game, I just posted the percentages really quick. I'm going to do a full review after this game, so I hope you stick around. I'm going to do a full review. Now here, in this position, I like to break up this pawn chain that my opponent has. Okay. But I'm afraid of the knight going to the b4 square. Before what? Before what? Oh wait, that's a joke for a different game. When somebody calls bingo, they say b4. So I'm tempted just to do the queen exchange, but maybe I can help my position out a little bit by moving a wing pawn towards the center. If my opponent does, and they do. Okay, so we'll see in the review. Oh, well, I didn't think about this happening, honestly. So I don't know. Yeah, if I exchange it out, my opponent ends up having a knight in the center of the board. Their knight comes in. That was a pretty good move by my opponent. I'm just going to develop a bishop. I need to get my minor pieces out there. I still got one on the first rank. I see this fork. Boy, that's a lot of time to get there. That's making certain assumptions. Am I wasting too much tempo time? You know, that knight owns the c7 square. So I think my plan is going to fail miserably. The last game, it said that the Sensei was rated 3,000 ELO. So, okay, so here I've moved a piece twice, and I still got a minor piece that I haven't even developed yet. So that definitely screwed up my tempo. Yeah, if I exchange, but that knight not being developed is really screwing me up right now. All I did was help my opponent develop there. So, okay. So it looks like a free knight, but I think my opponent is playing to my weakness, which is their advantage. And that bishop will drop down and threaten both my knight and this rook on a1. So it looks tempting to take that knight, but it's a trap. So if you don't see that bishop will come down and threaten. So, you know, the two knights are protecting each other right now, but and I don't like that my king is boxed in and there's a bishop pointed right at my king. the dark squared bishop. So yeah, I'm anxious to see the review because somewhere I've screwed up and I'm only down one pawn, but my opponent, I feel like, has a much, much better position. Which I hate to say this because this is kind of a shit attitude, but I did not go into this game expecting to win. That would be awesome, but I'm not a strong enough player to beat the Sensei here. Okay, so, but I am giving it my best shot. No excuses. So this F2 square is really being attacked right now. I don't like that. Again, this is where my opponent's dark squared bishop pointed at my king pays dividends later on in the game. And now I'm trying to protect. I'm hopping around trying to protect the F2, and I'm going to get knocked around. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Look at all this tempo time that I'm wasting. I like to say tempo time just in case you're new to chess and maybe you don't know. Sometimes when people refer to time, they don't mean clock time. They mean tempo time, the time it takes you to move and set things up. Are you wasting time? Is it time valuable spent? You know, me bouncing around with my knight like this and then finally end up just throwing it away. That was a waste of time on my part. It was good of my opponent. I mean, oh boy. I just want to open up that B file, I think, to sacrifice a pawn to do it. And I used to not be able to play chess and talk at the same time, but now I can run my big fat mouth and play chess. I've done enough now. The problem is I just don't know what the hell I'm saying, usually. Sometimes I go back and rewatch some of my videos, and I'm like, ugh, I don't remember saying that. This, oh, yeah. I think I'm done for that. Yeah, the dark squared bishop was backed up by the pawn, so I couldn't capture it. So, well played by the Sensei. Let's look at the numbers. Sensei played at a 94.3. Wow. Okay. I'm going to step through the review. I'm curious about some of the things where it went wrong for me that my opponent was able to see. Okay, bringing that knight. I wondered. I felt. Speaking of dumb moves. Okay, so the computer did not like my decision there. I should have retreated the queen. Okay, good to know. That's how you learn. Okay, so my computer did not like that either. Oh, it says I should have used the bishop. Oh, so that was a mistake. Okay. On my part, obviously, but I think I spent too much time moving one piece over and over again. I try to avoid that, but okay. Yeah, I should start dealing with being boxed in. Okay, good to know. I should have dealt with that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm trying to make this quick. YouTube has this new thing called pause. So if you want to see something a little more gooder, you can, pause or step through it. But I'm trying to do this quick, but I wanted to cover it in case people want to see. And it's good for me to see too, but uh-oh. Yeah, and then this is the end. Yep. Okay. So hey, I hope you enjoyed it, found it entertaining. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.